Welcome to the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. I'm your host, Jack Denebeim, and I'm here with Nate Steinlage and Brayden Hayes after the Cardinals' 2-1 victory over Lansing Monday night. And guys, how do you feel after tonight's victory?
I feel good. We got 2 more games this week. I think we could pull both out.
Yeah, it wasn't our most prettiest, but we got it done, and so sometimes that's what it takes. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow and then Thursday at Bishop Miege. So we're looking forward to those.
And guys started off the season 1-0. Why do you guys think it's important to start off the season with a win and kind of set the tone the rest of the way?
I think it really brings our confidence up when we're playing. It makes us feel safer and pushes us more to win.
I feel like you said, a strong base to go off of, and even though, like I said, it wasn't the prettiest, everything's up from here, and if we keep on improving on everything, then we'll see where the season takes us. So.
You guys, during the game, you guys got a little more aggressive and offensive there late in the first half and much of the second half. What changed for you guys from the start of the game?
I think it was really our mentality, and our coaches were telling us to be more physical, so we listened and pushed through.
Exactly what he said, just mentally changing it and just being more physical at the ball and knowing that if you're going to a ball, then winning it. So.
And Brayden, you had the game-winning goal tonight. What did you see on that play?
I saw him go through, and I was right place, right time.
And Nate, you had quite a bit of saves tonight, and obviously only the one goal allowed. What did you think of your performance tonight?
It wasn't great. I mean, there's always stuff to improve on, and myself, I'm really picky on what I do. So there's definitely things to improve on from tonight.
As you guys talked about, quick turnaround for you guys tomorrow at Paola. What do you guys need to do between now and then to kind of put this win behind you and focus on Paola?
I think we need to keep our heads on Paola and not Miege or any other games, just Paola, and keep playing good.
Kind of not going in full force, expecting a hard challenge from them, and just not looking over them like Brayden said.
Cool. That's all the questions I got for you guys. Thank you. This is the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. Kaw Valley State Bank, Eudora's community bank since 1899. I'm Jack Denebeim, reporting for the Eudora Times. Welcome back to the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. I'm your host, Jack Denebeim, and I'm here with Cardinals head coach Darren Erpelding. And, Coach, how do you feel after tonight's 2-1 victory over Lansing?
Relieved. It's always tough to get the first one out of the way, and it's nice to get it done the first game. Then you're not pressing for the games coming up. So it was good to get it out. Didn't play our best, but we made adjustments that stuff they were doing, and so we made adjustments kind of away from what we typically like to do, and it happened to work out for us. So.
I heard you tell the team, sometimes you got to win ugly. And so what did you see from the team tonight that kind of made you say that?
It became a physical game both ways. And I thought our guys really stepped up in terms of that, because I thought they actually brought more of the physicality at the beginning, and then it kind of flipped at halftime. Dylan kind of challenged them, I challenged them, Fran and Nate challenged them, and so for them to do that was huge. That's kind of a step that we've been missing a little bit, and they stepped up and did that tonight, and I think that was really the difference in the game.
Why do you think it's important for this team to start the season off 1-0?
Again, because we're not trying to press to get that first one. So sometimes when you're trying to get the first one, you make mistakes. You don't do things you typically do because you're trying to, get forward and get goals and things like that. And then for these guys just to kind of relax and calm down. We went to the tougher schedule last year, and we had a hard time adjusting to it, and we lost some games we shouldn't have lost. And that's a game last year we would have lost. And so just to see that maturity and, okay, yes, it's a 5A school, they're a solid side, but to be able to go out and then come away with the win and, kind of grind through it was big. Big step, a lot of maturity. We saw a lot of maturity tonight.
Mm-hmm. As you mentioned, you guys kind of made some adjustments throughout the game. Specifically there at the end of the first half and much of the second half, you guys were much more aggressive. Right. Kind of what changed for you guys from the start of the game?
We want to keep the ball on the ground and knock it around and have possession style type soccer. And they were playing such a high line, and they weren't dropping off. And so that's why we put Christian in the 9 and kind of moved some guys around, and we went to more of a bang ball type game. and it worked out because it put a lot of pressure on them. They weren't able to clear out, and so that was the adjustment we made. We went away from stuff that we don't like to do. Or I'm sorry, we went away from everything we typically do to stuff that we don't like to do, and it happened to work out for us. So I guess we know we have that in our bag now.
Yeah, there you go. Only one goal allowed tonight, and Nate had a great game. What'd you like from the defensive side of the ball tonight?
I thought our back line, did a really good job. Daniel Peterson and Cameron Daniels did a fantastic job of stepping up. Nate had to make a couple saves, but a lot of stuff was right at him. So I think he had to make one or two real tough saves, but he was solid. But what was really great about Nate is his distribution. He went fast like we asked him, and that was able to help us be able to get the ball out of our attack or out of our defending third. I was happier with the second half and the fact that we were playing fast and trying to get the transition back into the attack, because that's something we want to do defensively. We wanted to high press, and first half we didn't do it because I think we were trying to feel our way out. Second half we did that, and it turned out the guys I think enjoyed it a lot more because they were getting interceptions and they were going to goal, and that's what we kept trying to tell them. Hey, this is the way you get to play, and I think they enjoyed it once they figured it out. So, yeah.
It's a quick turnaround for you guys. Paola Tuesday night. So what do you guys need to do to put this win behind you and kind of focus on Paola tomorrow?
Typically we have a kind of it can't even be a 24-hour rule, but by midnight it's great. By midnight time you go to bed, we're moving to the next one. Paola hasn't been a strong side recently, but you never know. And so we haven't heard anything about them. Nobody's played them. They're going to be we're going to be their first game. So they didn't play tonight. So see, if they're like they were a year ago, we just got to put the ball in the back of the net. And that's what we didn't do last year. And they had a good keeper last year, don't get me wrong. But if we put the ball in the back of the net, I think we can play a lot of people and then, be ready for the next one.
Gotcha. That's all the questions I got for you, Coach. Right. Thank you. This is the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. Kaw Valley State Bank, Eudora's community bank since 1899. I'm Jack Denebeim, reporting for the Eudora Times.